All right, I did a motorcycle ride to Alaska, but I started off going to San Diego to a naval base out there to see some friends. Got on my Honda Cross tour, and I started riding. I seen some friends in Alabama I stayed with, but I got to see the USS Alabama, and I always love stopping there when I get a chance. But I couldn't really waste too much time on this trip, so I still skipped New Orleans. But I did get a little bit of video of rice field inside of I-10. I probably wish I'd have done New Orleans now, but when you're making these kind of rides, you just can't take that much time off when you got a schedule. So here's a little footage, just briefly of a rice field right off I-10. I believe I'm just west of New Orleans. But anyway, made it to Houston, stayed the night, left there, went to San Antonio, went to the Alamo. This is really, that was a treat for me to see this. I've never been this far west riding. So enjoy the Alamo here, go through this, and we'll pick up in just a second. Well, this is the Alamo in downtown San Antonio. That is the building. And that's about it.
Yeah, we were in Google Maps, just searching up stuff about I don't know.
Yeah, that's about it. Okay, since we're done with the Alamo and San Antonio, I kept heading west, and I stopped for the night at Fort Stockton, Texas. I took a little bit of video the next day right when I started, and just kind of give you the landscape of that area. Um, After this, I rode I had a pretty good ride. The wind was to my back. Um, didn't really have no issues. But when I got past El Paso and got to New Mexico, things changed really quick. Wind was gusting from the north to the south, which very much it was hitting me from the right hand side. I still remember it getting almost blown off the road numerous times, so I had to slow down. Yeah, the motorcycle I'm on is really top heavy. I'm getting a lot of the wind, so I had to take it easy. I don't know if you can even see it. It's almost like a sandstorm from the distance. I've seen many little tornadoes out in the desert. I didn't really get a chance to video them, but it was quite an experience. I mean, it's not something I want to do every day, but I can say I've done it. And so now we are looking around Arizona. I can see a difference in the vegetation. Eventually in the video, you'll see the cactuses that you would see in the like Wild West movies, and we would associate with the West. And it was a really pretty landscape. It's really unusual to see how all that changed around as you went from state to state. But real pretty, Yeah, it was still windy, but it's just part of being in a desert. That's just the environment. It's real windy. The ride isn't going to be as smooth as what I'm used to in South Georgia with all the trees we got. So I'm not used to gusting wind normally throughout the day. But I noticed right when I quit riding at night, about 9 or 10 at night, it would calm down some. So anyway, so since I'm in Arizona, I had to go to see that one of my favorite movies, Tombstone. So I went to Tombstone, and I did this drone video real quick. The road directly in the middle is actual road where you have all the famous sites at, and the OK Corral. You see that directly, literally in the middle. That's where they would have the reenacted. So I didn't really have time to stop for the reenacted. I had to get back on the road because I left from the interstate, went to Tombstone that morning, and I had to get to San Diego because I had some Navy friends of mine at the San Diego base. So you just imagine how far I had to ride just in one day to get from Tombstone to the Pacific Ocean. And then we had a chance, we went to Tijuana and looked around. So I got some footage here for you, and I did take the time to at least walk and see some of the different landmarks that was in Tombstone, the Oriental that Wyatt Earp had, and some other stuff. So I'll take a look at it. I thought you'll like the aerial view, kind of see what the desert's like, and I really recommend to come here. It's really worth going off the beaten path to come take a look at Tombstone. So anyway, let's look at some videos coming up. I'm about to show you when I'm walking on these streets of Tombstone. So, okay.
Speaking of the draft, yeah, so much of what day 3 of the draft is about is not just players in the 5th and 6th round trying to make it in the league, maybe get an opportunity. It is also about some veterans who are
Well, this is Tombstone. They're having some type of a Arizona Cardinals Day here. So. Well, this is it. So. I believe where they had the shootout at, they have it closed off, and it's a reenacted area, so I can't really go in there at the moment and video of it.
Oh, there you go. There it is. Ham it up.
All right, I got out of Tombstone, got back at Benson, Arizona, and rode all the way west to Mexicali. Bought some very overpriced gasoline. Don't want to do that anymore. But I finally made it to the base, and we made it to Tijuana. And me and my friends from the Navy, we went and had some tacos in Tijuana, and we stayed the night in Tijuana. My friend Varela is to my left with the glasses, and Q20 across the table from me. Took a day off. The day after that, I got back on the bike, rode to San Jose. Ate at my first In-N-Out. It was all right. I've had, better, I guess. But had to put the bike up in storage on the second story. And, got ready for my plane. So, took United, left San Francisco, and went over the ocean to Tokyo. And I went to go look at a sword shop that I know of. And I got some footage for y'all to see me walk around at night of Tokyo. So enjoy.
Yes, there's homeless people in Tokyo. Ain't sing for shit either. Anyway.